Well, everyone cheered him, and it seemed like a lot of social media was cheering him too. Um, but the big narrative I saw floating around was, imagine if this was a Kyle Busch, or imagine if this was Bubba Wallace, or someone else coming out and just parking it on the start finish line, giving their piece out and walking away. People would cry for them to be penalized. So I think whatever NASCAR has been inconsistently consistent on here, they should stay the course and do what they're going to do. But if there was no precedent here, I would. If it was me, if it was up to me, and there was no precedent, I would penalize them for that. That's a safety issue, and that's clearly got to be against many rules of just again getting out of your car at the start finish with a hot track and walking across the grass all the way back to the infield. I mean, this is a really easy softball question, if you will. Like there's no question about it. Like this is very wrong. You need to be penalized. But
yeah, well, I mean, and again, I don't want to be like a party pooper here or anything, because I know fans were loving it and social media was loving it, and I think Free Josh might have been trending. Denny Hamlin offered to pay any fine that's coming Josh Williams' way here, and I think a fine for sure is coming his way. I guess we'll know probably tomorrow. Tuesday's usually when the penalties get announced, but I think again you hit the nail right on the head. Like imagine the Facebook comments if that had been Bubba Wallace. Imagine the Instagram comments if that had been Kyle Busch or Denny Hamlin or a controversial figure in the Cup Series. Like I don't think we would be treating this with the same level of praise that we're giving Josh Williams here. Like take the driver out of it. A guy gets out of his car, parking it on the start finish line, walks out across a hot racetrack's infield, and just leaves his car there. I got to think NASCAR's not going to take too kindly to that. And obviously they didn't, because they not only called him to the hauler, they kept him in the hauler for the entire race before the race was over, so that they could make sure that they ended up bringing the right people in to talk to him. So I'm sure they're going to take this very seriously. Like I said, we'll know a little bit better tomorrow what exactly is going to come out of it. But again, I think, depending on who the driver is in this scenario, I think fans might be looking at this situation a little bit different. When you take the driver out of it and just look at the situation here, I think we've got some problems.
Yeah, but ideally here, NASCAR needs to be the blind eye of justice and needs to say, no, this is wrong. You need to be penalized. It's like Talladega Nights level antics. I mean, getting out of your car at start finish and walking away. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Well, I think I said that on wrap up yesterday. I don't know I forget if it was when we were backstage or actually on the show, but like if that happens in a movie, obviously it's hilarious and everybody's going to love it. But
yeah,
this is real life.
It's real life.
Like you mentioned at the start of the show, Brandon, it's not just Atlanta. This sport is a dangerous sport, and I just don't think you can be doing stuff like that. And I think A Day in My Life agrees here, calling for a race ban, saying I was not cheering him. The race was horrible, and Josh was being stupid. Well, there you go. So again, I don't think the praise was necessarily unanimous there either. Although Kobe brings this up as well. It was quickly deleted, I noticed, but Antonio Brown saw it. And of course, if you're familiar with Antonio Brown's antics with how he ended up leaving the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I guess a little more than a year ago, if I'm trying to do the math in my head right. It was a very similar situation. You just walked off the field and waved to the fans, and some of the fans were loving it. Others said this guy needs some help. So again, very polarizing figure there, but kind of amusing, because I guess not exactly the same situation, obviously, but a similar kind of deal there, I suppose.
Yeah, it was silly seeing that. It's just one of those things that you're not going to forget when you saw Josh Williams get out and just walk away.